Welcome to Matters of DeCorum. I'm Scott Corum. This is what matters to me. Sorry, I'm a little wild this morning. My hair is not doing anything that I'm asking it to. I'm at that phase where I've got to let it grow out a little bit so I can see if it is still growing out a little bit. Same with the beard. And trim it back once I've got an idea of what's working and what isn't. Perils of radiation. Never mind. I received something in the mail. It's been a while. It is a few weeks back, but I've meant to show it to you for a little bit. It's a Funko Pop figure. The box says Killer Croc. The figure inside is not, in fact, Killer Croc. I suppose this counts as an unboxing. I really should have recorded myself opening up the package because I knew it was going to be in it. This is, in fact, a Funko Pop Uncle Drac. This figure was custom crafted by an individual named Sean Brimble. Hi, Sean. Thank you so much. He started watching the videos and following me on Facebook and was inspired to do a little something, apparently because I inspired him. This is probably going to show up a little bit in every video from this point on, if not just, be one of the screenshots. It's a Funko Pop Uncle Drac. I'm trying to think of something cooler than that. Not a lot. Not a lot I can think of. One of the things I have always wanted to do, one of the things I have always strived is to inspire people. I'm not at a great position career-wise. I'm doing what I want to do. It's making me hamburger money. I'm a little knocked down productivity and creativity wise because, I've had to deal with some stuff, and it is hard as hell to get back on the horse. Working on it. I'll be back to some semblance of where I was a couple of years ago, hopefully next year sometime. It's December. In the meantime, apparently the struggle that I have been going through has spoken to a couple of people. Mr. Brimble, a couple of folks who wanted to represent me in their writing as a character, or folks who decided to pick up and start one of their own creative endeavors because of what I've been able to manage so far. There's a 15-year-old boy who lives across the hall from my office, go figure, who wants to do stuff with me and wants to do stuff like me. God help him. I have always wanted to help people get to where they need to go. When I was a young man in middle school and junior high and high school, I had a God-given gift for filling in little green circles with a number 2 pencil. I had these SAT and ACT scores that I didn't feel I deserved, but I tested really well. All the tests I took for what my aptitudes were seemed very promising, very high scoring. And then I was condemned to be told I wasn't living up to my potential until, like, what, yesterday? I think people need to live up to their potential, or at least try to live up to their potential. And I think most people have more potential than they give themselves credit for. Not everyone is an artist, or a writer, or an author, or a designer, but a lot of people are, and if you don't take the time to find out, if you don't throw yourself at a dozen brick walls and see which one you stick to, how do you know where you're supposed to go? One of the crimes of modern education in this country, I'm not getting political, is that we've cut funding for arts education. It's hard to test for arts. It's hard to build a evaluation system that lets you tell how much funding a school needs by how the students are doing at art. It's not a fact retention thing. It's a creativity thing. And exactly what someone's artistic skill is and what constitutes good or bad art, it's a hard call. But at the same time, I took music in junior high. I had a band class, a music class. I didn't do well at it. I have some personal issues with the study of music. That's my issues. I'm not good at playing instruments. I used to have a decent voice. I'm trying to train it back up to where it was at, but, don't have as much in my throat as I used to, so that's going to be an effort. Still, throughout my education, I had a chance to throw myself at things. Drawing and sculpting and painting and music and speech and theater. Theater stuck. Theater really stuck. I liked the drawing. I could do okay with the drawing. I liked the art. I liked having a command of 3 dimensions. Sculpting gave me that, which led me to being able to do the 3D work that I do these days, and I have an eye for composition. That can all be trained. I had a little bit of a knack. I'm a cartoonist. My art is, my line art, a little cartoony. I work at it, but a little cartoony. That's fine. We need cartoonists too. But acting, that was good. I liked to act. And from grade 6 to the end of high school, anytime an educational institution that I was in had a play, I auditioned, I placed, I acted. I got accolades. I got my high school's senior award for dramatic achievement. It's a something. Then I hit an art school for junior high and got my associate's degree in theater arts, but did not get along well with their theater department and found out that I have no talent for absurdist theater. Eugene Ionesco's The Chairs. That's a hard play to do. It was well above my talent level at the time. Kind of sank me for a while. Still. Years later, I discovered that all the training I'd had in drama and speech communications and the use of my throat and voice, people tell me that they are really impressed with how well I speak with the dentures in, or, even without the dentures, as the case may be. And that's because I know how sound is produced. I know how a voice works, how words come out, what the mechanisms are. And I was able to think my way through a lot of the process. Where does my tongue go now? Not useful for other things, but really useful for speaking. And if I hadn't had a chance to hit that opportunity, 6th grade, St. John's Lutheran Church and School, the production was the stage production of Tom Sawyer, the musical. I played Huckleberry Finn. Pretty well, by all accounts. If I hadn't had a shot at doing that, I wouldn't be talking right now. I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't have this particular avenue of communication. I threw myself at a whole bunch of hobbies. Computer gaming, which I still do. Again, if you're not watching my Let's Plays, why not? Been doing that for as long as there's been computer gaming, basically. Back from chess on my Timex Sinclair. That, wow, dated myself. And then miniatures painting and the role-playing games, and that hit. That triggered a whole bunch of different things. It worked along with the theater and the communications, because if you have ever been involved in a Dungeons and Dragons game or any role-playing game like it, then you have a good basis in small group dynamics. Then I studied small group dynamics, and that improved my game mastering skills. Oral interpretation, theater, speech, drama. All of that fed in, but then it led to other things. My writing improved. My ability to do mathematics improved. My reading improved. And led me to being able to design and write games of my own. Along with the art that I picked up a little bit here and there and ran with. I haven't lived up to my full potential. I really don't think so. But I've found the areas where I think I excel, and I'm pushing them. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be writing role-playing games, or at least making that my main focus. I've got 5 or 6 big products I really need to put out, because I promised people I'd put them out. And there's going to be other products, smaller products, to support things as I go along, and that's all fine. But, you know, there's other areas for me to exercise my skills and other areas I want to go in. I want to write more novels. I'd really like to write more novels. That's kind of where I'd like to focus. I'm very proud of With a Single Wish Forever, but it has its flaws. It's a little dated, and I think I can do better. Apotheosis is kind of clunky because I had to throw an awful lot of exposition into it, but as a set piece for the events that filled out Hot Chicks the role-playing game and ended its story cycles, I think it stands up pretty well. And then if you look me up on Drive-Thru Fiction, you'll find a novella that I wrote for Sean Patrick Fannon's Shinetar fantasy setting, Hunt of the Midnight Dominus. I really loved writing that book. And that was a good exercise for me, and I think it's one of my better pieces. But that's me. That's my potential. That's where I kind of want to go. I have a dream. It's far off, and it's expensive, and it's something that just is outside of the reach for me right now. But maybe not forever. I want to start a studio. I want to start... I want to rent an industrial space or a big office space. And I want to invite people who think they've got a talent or want to exercise a talent to come into the studio to try. Painting or sculpting or art. I want to be able to get the models to work off of. Writing or game design or computer animation or welding and physical sculpting and mechanical work. You know, get some space down to the garage so that there's an area for doing metal work and the like. Sword making or knife making or fabricating armor or working in leather. I want to have a place where people can play with their talents in a meaningful way. I want to take the people that I know personally who have a measure of these talents, and I want to give them positions. I want you to just come here and do this. If someone has a question, answer it. See if you can't grab someone and bring them up. I want part of the space to be a gallery. No, once a month or once every other month. Just have a big old gallery show. This is what people have produced. And let people sell their work through this gallery. You know, make a nice show. Have people who want to practice their cooking or their catering or their presentation skills put out a nice spread and have people inviting people to critique and to potentially purchase the works. And if stuff doesn't get purchased, that's fine. It goes up on the wall. I might purchase some of it myself if I can. Have a web presence and a web store so that people from all over the world can have a look at what people are doing and select something that's been put up for sale that they might like. Have it shipped to them. I want to have a place where people can find their potential and work towards it. I'm not going to imagine I can help people live up to their potential because I don't think it's a destination. I think seeking your potential is a road. And the road's more important. You know, it's not the destination, it's the journey. And having a place full of that creative energy. You ever play a role-playing game? You want to? I'll be running stuff at night. Yeah, we'll get some pizzas. Or, she's been wanting to make some pizzas. He's been wanting to see if people like his wine, the beer that he's been working on. We'll have a party. I want to foster that atmosphere, that place. And if it breaks even, or even loses a bit at a time, I'm good with that. It's not for a profit. The profit doesn't come in a monetary way. The profit comes from knowing that I have taken some people who otherwise might have missed what it is they can do. Give them a boost, a push, a place where they are safe to explore their creative side. I am humbled and honored and floored that I have inspired some measure of creativity. And I intend to continue doing that to the best of my ability for as long as I am able to do so. I was asked by a regular viewer what viewers could do to make these videos happen a little bit more often. There's 3 things. 1, suggest a topic. Suggest something you'd like me to talk about. I take suggestions regularly and enjoy getting suggestions, and I'd like to have a stock of them so I can plan a few of these out in advance. Share these videos, spread them around a little bit on social media, whatnot. The more reach they have, the more potential subscriptions I get, the more subscriptions I've got. Subscribe, by the way. And the more influence the videos have on YouTube, the more ad revenue they could potentially generate eventually. Have a look at my Patreon page. Consider donating, because anything is a big assistance, and it will help drive me towards producing more videos and producing more videos of quality. Adding stuff to them. I really want to get to some fight choreography with Uncle Drac. I need to work on my knee for a little while. But it's coming. It's coming. I have a mad German engineer working out airbags for fight scenes. Inexpensive, easily produced airbags. That's one of the people I'd like to give a place to work and people to ask questions to. So, I've already asked for subscriptions and to visit my Patreon page. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. Feedback is feedback. Leave me a comment if you'd like me to talk about something, if you have a different feeling about this, if there's something that inspires you, or if you have your own feelings on the creative process, leave me a comment. Bad jokes, song lyrics. I like getting comments. In the meantime, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate you watching. My name is Scott DeCorum. This is what has mattered to me, and what will always matter to me. I'll see you next time on the next Matters of DeCorum.